we live and die by the crab out here, you know what I mean?
Luke McFadden is a first-generation waterman, building his first rowboat when he was just 11 years old.
Yeah, I grew up here on the creek. I just always loved being out here.
By 18, he was out on the water making a living as a crabber.
Yeah, I just like the freedom.
Now he's sharing his crabbing chronicles with his 1.7 million TikTok followers.
The fact that that's developed into something that's so much more is really crazy.
But behind the short snippets,
It's shedding season.
Tells a more pinching story of the increasing challenges of a career as a crabber.
It's very long days. We call it dark to dark working. The biggest thing is that it's harder to get help than it ever has been. It's very hard to get people to work. And it's also incredibly expensive to go.
He says environmental issues with declining water quality, not finding enough crew, and cost rising across the board are eating away at the bottom line.
Most of us were all spending at least $1,000 a day just to leave the dock to go catch crabs. And that's whether we catch anything or not.
The cost for bait, fuel, and insurance all going up.
You gotta be everything. You gotta be a mechanic, you gotta be a welder, you gotta be a carpenter, you gotta be able to fix all your own stuff to be able to keep that cost down, to be able to continue to go.
And that's why he really stresses to support local watermen. About 95% of all Maryland restaurants import crabs from outside of the state.
There's still a lot of people that are dependent on the local community to make their living.
He says eating local creates and keeps jobs in town, from the catchers, packers, drivers, and grocery store workers.
People want to know where their stuff is coming from, and they want to know that their stuff is safe and that it's caught sustainably and that it's harvested sustainably. And what better way than to have a relationship with a person that's actually boots on the ground, catching the seafood, growing the crops.
And helping to foster that relationship is by bringing people on the boat with him, the best way he knows how.
You guys suggested we use toadfish for crab bait.
I think social media is a great tool to kind of build community around that, encourage people, or at least keep it on the front of their minds, I feel like, to help them make that conscious decision to keep it local.
Here's your one set of gloves for your super soft hands.
Cara Burnett, WMAR 2 News.
All right, did you enjoy that story? Well, if so, don't miss out on other great content posted daily. Subscribe to us by clicking that circle and start watching the latest news and weather right here on YouTube.